In today's video, I watch a goat eat, enjoy a sunset, and work on a time lapse. This is 24 hours of my life living in my van.
Hi, my name is Peng. I am a photographer and I am a travel addict. I literally just came back from a short after work hike.
And while I was hiking with nothing better to do, I started thinking, which is a rare thing for me, and I had an idea.
You see, I am currently traveling for work in my van for a week, so I thought, why not record a 24-hour period, and then I can show you what a typical day looks like when I'm traveling in my van. Is this going to be an interesting video? I don't know. We'll see. It is 6 p.m., which means that I'm probably going to head down the mountain, look for a place to camp for the night, find a place preferably with cell phone signal, and then take a shower and settle in. So let the 24 hours commence.
Quick disclaimer, nothing in this video was staged. I didn't change my schedule to make this video. My day could be totally boring, or it could be interesting. I didn't know at the time, and you'll have to keep watching to find out. For me, finding a good boondocking site is an art. I want a place that has a great view, private, and preferably with good cell phone signal. That's why you can see how serious I am.
I do visit this area quite often, and there are a few spots that I really like. However, those spots require probably like a 15-20 minute driving dirt road, and it is getting late. I really don't feel like going to one of those spots. So I'm going to try to look for a new one, and this is where Google Maps satellite view comes in handy. So I'm going to look for any spot, any dirt road that looks like there might be some parking areas. And trust me, in this area around Bishop, there are a lot of them. Okay, this one looks interesting, so I'm going to go take a look over there. All right, let's go. Right here. Oh, it's a huge spot. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna park the van. Yay, we're here. I didn't see any no camping signs around, and I do see a few other vehicles parked further down. So I'm pretty sure this is okay to camp, except this spot is not completely flat. So I think I'm gonna use something to level it. All right. So I have these Go Treads. Not a sponsor, but I really like them because I do have two Max Tracks, but they're really heavy and they're bulky. And for the type of driving that I do, I really have those more as a emergency backup. That's why I only have two of them. And I figure for the other two wheel for traction, I'll get something simple like the Go Tread. They're small and they're relatively inexpensive. And the best part about it is you can power them up like this and use it as a leveling block. Max Track, I believe you can do that same, but this one just smaller and easier to take out for most of the time. And they're easy to set up. You just put them right in front of the tire, and that should provide enough leveling. All right, let's find out. Should be pretty simple. Just drive straight on. Let's go take a look. Yep. And this side is on as well. We're good. Yeah, and inside I can feel it's pretty level. I do have apps on my phone that tells me whether something is level, but most of the time, you know, you can just feel it. It is important to level your van because otherwise your shower and your sink, it won't drain properly. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my hot water and furnace so I can start my shower. Usually it takes about 15 minutes for water to heat up. Yeah, I still have plenty of water. Whew. Sorry about the mess in the back. Like I said, didn't plan on doing this video, but this is a realistic look of a bachelor pad. That's how messy it is. Okay, now I wait for the shower. While I'm waiting for my shower, I decided to come outside and check it out. Oh my God, look at the view. Wow. And then look at this side. This side, at sunset, typically that whole mountain turns orange. Sometimes if there's a lot of cloud, the whole sky is pink. While I'm waiting for the water to heat, I decided to set up my little camp chair out here. Oh, okay, this is a two-hand job and it's kind of boring, so through the magic of editing, here we go. Boom, it's done. And finally, I'm gonna put down my widow water, my cute widow water. And I actually made a video of the top 5 accessories I love in my van. This is one of them, and I'll include the link to that in the corner up here. But this is a perfect case to show what I'm talking about, why I love this. There is a giant gap here because I'm using the leveling block, so the front is actually lifted. So even for someone like me, who is 6'3", I can still use a little ladder. I mean, widow ladder. And yes, I know those are called steps, but I just want to say widow ladder.
Oh, you got your widow wadder. Got your widow wadder on your TRD pool.
Now that I'm settled in, I'm gonna do a little house cleaning. I have my broom and dustbin hidden down there. Let's go sweep the floor really quickly. One of the things they don't advertise in those van life videos is that it gets really dirty in here really quickly. Every time you walk in and walk out, you just carry all these sand and dust in there. Okay. Whew. Oh, I think the furnace stopped, so that means the shower water is ready. Gonna head on inside. It's time to get in the shower, but you're not coming with me. I mean, what do you think this is? OnlyFans and STO porn? Nope, this is YouTube. See you in a little bit. Ah, feels so good after a shower. Well, it's time to cook. It is kind of late already, so I think I'm gonna make something in the Instant Pot. It is quick and it's minimum work. And I do mean minimum work. I'm gonna grab some frozen vegetables, and I actually already have pre-packaged chicken thigh. This is boneless thigh. It's tender, I love it. And then I have these pre-made spice packets at home. I pre-mixed several bags at home, so all I have to do is just bring them and dump it in, so I don't have to bring big jars of spices. Now, obviously these don't need to go in the fridge, but I am in bear country and they do smell a lot, so I want to make sure to keep the smell inside the van to a minimum. That's why I put it in the fridge. Okay, now let's go outside to cook.
Quick tangent. My van definitely sees a lot of action. I use it for photography trips that can last up to 3 weeks. And it's also occasionally drafted as a recon vehicle for a guided motorcycle tour business that I co-own. But I am not a full-time van lifer, so I am afforded a lot of luxury that full-timers may not have. For example, I can pre-package my ingredients before the trip to make my life easier when I'm cooking in such a small space. So just keep in mind, my experience is probably slightly different than someone doing this full-time.
I really do love this outside plug. I'm gonna saute this chicken is just to brown it. So now the pot is preheated. I'm just gonna add some oil in there. See, this is why you need a level ground. It'll be okay. I'll spread it out a little bit. By the way, this is a great hack that my Jeep engineer friend taught me. You basically take one of these squeeze bottles and open this. Look, they don't leak at all. It's great. Love it. If you want to pre-marinate or season chicken, you can. I didn't because I was in a hurry. And yes, you can even cook it when it's frozen. Just sear the chicken so they're brown on each side, and I'm going to spray the bottom down. Make sure that it doesn't burn later after I turn on the Instant Pot. Next, I'm going to dump the rice in. If you think this is a lot, it is, but once I cook it, this should last me about 3 meals. Alright, now I'm going to add water. If you're American, you're probably asking, how many cups of water should I add? Well, if you're Chinese, the way I was taught is you just basically stick your fingertip on the rice and then you fill the water to about the first knuckle, more or less. Now, because the chicken is also going to release some water here, so I'm not going to do the full knuckle. Probably just about, about halfway. That should be good. Next, dump all the herbs in. No dish to wash. Add salt to taste, and then some black pepper. I didn't expect to turn this into a cooking show, but here we are. Do a quick stir just to spread out the herbs and salt. And mine has this rice function. If yours doesn't, it's basically low pressure and 12 minutes. Oh, and finally, put my little dragon on there. All right, it started. Now all I have to do is go sit down and wait. While we're waiting, let's talk about cooking in the van. I actually do cook in the van, and what I do is I actually do a lot of prep at home. So I will pre-prepare some food, like maybe a pot of curry, put them in a jar, freeze them, and then I bring it out here, scoop it out, microwave it, and I can eat it. And then Chinese beef stew, that's another good one, because all I have to do is boil some noodle. Spaghetti meatball, that's another good one. But no matter what I cook, the key thing for me is to conserve water, especially I'm in the desert right now. And that's why I love the Instant Pot, because there's just one pot to wash at the end of the day. And if you notice, the reason I pre-package the chicken, so chicken's in the Ziploc bag, I dump it in, don't need to wash my hands. Those pre-packaged frozen vegetables, I don't need to wash anything, I don't need to cut anything. I just open the bag and dump it in. I also keep at least one salad that you get at the deli section in the fridge, because if I don't have time to cook at lunchtime, at least I'll have something to eat. It's quick and it's healthy. Remember earlier I said that mountain will light up at sunset? Look at that color. Wow. The pot just beeped. Dinner is almost ready. Are you ready, little dragon? Now there's actually a reason why I use the dragon, because when I'm cooking inside, I cook it right underneath the microwave, so all that steam will go straight up towards that shelf. Whereas if I use this, it's going to redirect the smoke or the steam towards the venting fan. All right. Okay. You may see a little bit of excess water. That's okay, because the rice will absorb it. Okay, now I'm going to dump these vegetables in. Normally, you only need one bag of these frozen vegetables, but today, I feel like having a lot of vegetables. So I'm going to use 2 bags. These frozen vegetables are also pre-cooked, so all you have to do is turn on this keep warm and let it keep warm for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how frozen your vegetables are. It's not going to pressurize when you're using keep warm, so it doesn't matter if you don't seal it. And it is done. Now I get to enjoy my dinner with a view. Bon appetit! It is getting dark out here, so I think I'm going to call it a night. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning. It is around 8 a.m. I have my pastry, which I got in town last night. So I'm all set on breakfast. And believe it or not, it's actually already getting hot down here. So I think I might be heading up into back into the mountain and probably find a tree and sit in the shade for a while just to work on my photos. I have some photos to edit. I have videos to edit. But I do want to go take a hike. I think I'm gonna head to South Lake because I haven't been there this season yet, and I'm curious to see what the snowmelt looks like and how much water has filled up into that lake or reservoir. So that'll be interesting. I was also hoping to do some time-lapse photography, but time-lapse usually works better when there's clouds because you add some motion, add some dynamics to the video, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen today, but that's okay. You'll never know because sometimes clouds do form later in the afternoon in Sierra Nevada, so we'll see. Yeah, but that's it. So I'm gonna go in and clean up the van and secure everything, lock up all the drawers, and we will be heading up into the mountains. I'll see you there. Oh, nice. It's only 65 degrees outside, at least according to the van. So much more comfortable than down there. Alright, I'm probably going to park actually further up, but we're at the dam right now, so I want to go take a look. Oh, this is filling up nicely. Nowhere near full, but we're also at the very, very beginning of the season. Oh, so pretty. Wow, look at that view. I don't know if you can tell, but I found a nice shaded parking spot. So I'm gonna back in here. And the reason I'm backing in is because I'm gonna be sitting on the left-hand side and I want that view. Yeah. So this is going to be my office view for the day. Pretty sweet, eh? All right, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee and get to work. I definitely will go do a short hike later because the weather is so nice. I'll bring you along for that, so I'll see you later. Well, that's a first. I'm just sitting here writing the script and look what's outside. And there's a donkey or a mule.
The owner had this pet goat, a pet donkey, and a bunch of dogs, and they were all getting along great.
You don't see this every day. Well, it is 2:30. I got a ton of work done.
These are some of the photos I managed to edit.
So I decided to take a break. So I grabbed the camera and the tripod and I want to come here to do some time lapse. Remember this morning I said there was not a single piece of cloud? Well, guess what? Sierra Nevada in the afternoon always delivers, or at least in the summertime. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find a place near the lake so I get a full view and do a time lapse.
I think this spot would do just fine.
That was nice. I got 3 time lapses out of this. Very productive. It's already 3, almost 4 o'clock actually, a few minutes to 4. So I should start heading down the mountain, get some resupply, and start looking for a campsite for the night. I am back in town. There is the Speedway in Bishop where you can fill up your water for free. However, they ask for a donation to the Children's Hospital, and I actually found this place on iOverlander for filling water, and so it's for a good cause. I just gave them $5. That's kind of the standard rate everybody gives them, $5. And then you can use your dump station all you want and fill water here. I know it's a red spigot, but it is potable water. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and then after this I'm gonna go do some shopping, restock. Oh, and I already filled up. I forgot to film it. You don't need to see that.
Bishop is a happening tourist town, so it's a good place if you want to resupply fuel, water, and food. On weekends, these roads can be packed with cars, so it's actually really refreshing to drive through town during the week without a traffic jam.
All right, I got my breakfast pastry, I got my salad from the grocery store. I'm all set heading out of town, and I was gonna make my pesto because I had pre-made some pesto sauce, and I was just gonna boil some pasta tonight for dinner, but I totally forgot there is a great burger place in town, and I think, I haven't had it in a while, I think I'm gonna go and have that for dinner. Saves me some trouble to cook, and it's delicious. Should be coming up soon. There it is, in Diego House.
Let me correct myself. It's in Diego Tasting House. They're slightly out of town, away from the main strip, so out of walking distance from most hotels. But if you have a rental car, it's definitely worth your time to give it a try. They have a decent sized menu, but I always get one of the burgers because they're so good. The service is also great. The owner, Fidel, is super friendly, and I swear he didn't pay me to say any of this.
All right, I got my dinner. I'm heading towards Mammoth Lakes. That's the area I want to explore tomorrow. So I'm heading out of town. Otherwise, I would have had the burger in the store, in the restaurant. But because I want to get out of town and find a camping spot, I got it to go, which is kind of a shame because you know you want to have that burger and the fries. By the way, order garlic fries. You want to have it fresh, and I would recommend you get it not to go eat it in the restaurant. It's so much better. The owner was trying to guilt trip me into staying to eat, but no, like I said, I had to take it to go. But I was joking with him. I said, hey, I'm gonna speed out of town and find my camping spot, and if I get a speeding ticket, it's all your fault. So if you do go visit, tell them that Peng from I Am a Travel Addict sent you, and tell him that he owes me money for my speeding ticket. Just kidding, don't tell him the last part. What an amazing drive. Highway 395. One of my favorite drives. I just pulled into this spot on the side of the road And look at it. Look at that view. That's Round Valley down there, and Bishop is just a little bit that direction. Now this is literally just a spot on the side of the road, and it's tilting, so I'm not going to sleep here tonight. The BLM land is further up, and I know tons of good spots up there, so that's probably where I'll go to sleep tonight. But I really want to enjoy this view, so I think I'm gonna eat my burger here, eat my dinner here, take a shower here, wait until sunset, and then drive to my sleeping spot. Oh, my poor fries. Still good, still crunchy. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go set up my camera for time lapse, and then I'll eat my dinner. I got the Popeye today. It's a medium rare burger with feta cheese, spinach, and bacon, paired with this view. The 24 hours is up, so I'm gonna say goodbye to you here. What a day. I want to make sure you understand not every day is going to be as great as today with beautiful weather and beautiful pictures. Sometimes there are breakdowns, sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate, but every day when I'm in a van, living in a van, is interesting. I mean, it's not like every day you get a goat walking right by your office window. So yeah, that was my 24 hours. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more contents like this, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.
Oh, and in case you're curious, this is where I ended up sleeping.
It's time to sweep the floor again.